Being overwhelmed, it's not a badge of honor. It's a warning sign. If you're constantly hustling, saying yes to everything, and wearing yourself out, you're not building an unstoppable business. In fact, what you're building is a one-way ticket to burnout. And I know this because I have been this, and I see it. I see it all the time because it's not just my story. It's also the story of so many of the agents that I coach. I have been the one burning the candle at both ends, sacrificing my health and my relationships for the next deal. And I see my clients doing the same, working harder and harder, but feeling more overwhelmed and less fulfilled. See, peak performance doesn't come from piling on more. It comes from finally getting clear on what actually moves the needle and then having the courage to let go of everything else. So if you're sitting there with a calendar that's packed, but a bank account that's not, or if you're feeling like you're always working, but never actually getting ahead, I get it. I talk to agents every week who are drowning, missing family dinners, and wondering if this is what they actually signed up for. So trust me when I say you're not alone and you don't have to stay stuck. If you keep running on the hamster wheel of overwhelm, you are going to pay for it. Maybe with your health, maybe with your relationships, or even your career, but more than likely, you're going to be paying for it with your bank account. I have seen too many talented agents burn out, go broke, and walk away from real estate for good. And those who don't resent the business that promised them freedom in the first place. But if you decide to make the shift and you get clear on your priorities and you build the right systems, you can and you will become unstoppable and actually enjoy your life and your business again. I want to be real about why so many real estate agents, no matter how hard they work, end up stuck in overwhelm instead of reaching their full potential. It's not because you're not trying hard enough or lacking ambition. There are real traps in this business that even the most driven agents will spin their wheels over. And the first one is what I call the overwhelm trap. This starts with the habits that we pick up when we're new to real estate. Okay, think about it. In the beginning, when you don't have any business, you tell yourself that some business is better than no business. Guilty? Me too. So you say yes to every client, every opportunity, and every random task that comes your way. But the problem is, this teaches you to do everything except focus. Before you know it, you're running in 100 different directions, working with clients who drain your energy, and filling your days with busy work that doesn't move the needle and doesn't move your business forward. The second trap is what I call the productivity illusion. We often mistake being busy for being productive. Just because your calendar is full doesn't mean your business is healthy. I see agents all the time who are running from appointment to appointment, coaching call to coaching call, putting out fires, answering every call. And at the end of the week, they're exhausted, but they don't feel productive, and their bank account does not reflect all the effort that they put in. I have been there. I was there myself thinking that if I just worked harder or it got busier and I made my calendar fuller, the results would show up because I was told that. But the truth is you can be busy all day long and still not be productive. Productivity is not about how many hours you put in, how many tasks you check off your list. It's about doing the right things that actually move your business forward. So if you're spending your days reacting to everyone else's needs and never getting to the stuff that grows your business and will help you get where you want to go, you're not being productive. You're just being busy. And busy, bottom line, doesn't pay the bills. And here's what happens. The cycle of burnout. Without the right systems or boundaries, overwhelm becomes a way of life. You start missing out on family time, your health suffers, and eventually you wonder if you're even cut out for real estate. I have been there. I've seen too many great agents burn out and leave the business, not because they weren't good enough, but because they never learned how to break the cycle. You see, in 2021, I was living the dream. Or so I thought. I was closing deals left and right. I was making more money than I had ever made in my life. But behind the scenes, it was falling apart. I was working 14, sometimes 18-hour days for weeks straight. My husband and I were like ships passing in the night. I was literally so busy, I never spent time with him outside of crashing on the couch as soon as I got home from working. And one night, after one of these endless days of showings and client and listing appointments, I came home and I saw my husband in the garage. He looked at me with pain in his eyes and he said, "You have a choice, real estate or a marriage. Take your pick." And that hit me really hard. At first I was super angry, like how dare he actually make me choose? But the truth was I was married to my job, not to him. And that was my breaking point. I had to fire myself from the burnout and rebuild my business and my life with intention. So I installed systems, I cut expenses, I made sure my business supported my life rather than my life supporting my business. And I share this story because if you don't connect with what matters to you most, you risk losing everything that actually matters. I got out of that cycle, and you can too. I have seen agents go from broke, burnt out, and ready to quit to thriving, profitable CEOs actually enjoying their careers again. It is absolutely possible to build a business that gives you freedom, fulfillment, and real financial success. And regardless of what you might think, you don't have to sacrifice your joy or your happiness in your personal life to do it. Thanks for making it this far into the video. I'm Linnea Carver. I'm a business coach and real estate broker who helps agents and business owners scale their business with systems, automation, and real strategy, so you can serve more people, make more money, and actually have a life that you desire and a business that supports it. If you want to break free from burnout and step into peak performance, you are in the right place. The first place to start is grab a free 5-minute Burnout-Proof audit in the description below, because what it's going to do is tell you what you need to do if you're feeling tired and overwhelmed and you're actually ready to become unstoppable. So let's get into the exact steps I use to break free from the busy trap and help my clients shift from overwhelm to peak performance. The first step is getting brutally honest about what actually matters to you, especially in this business. You need to get clear on your strengths, your values, and the kind of clients that you want to work with that light you up. When you know what you want your business to look like and your life to look like, you can finally stop saying yes and start saying no, and build a business that serves you and your life that you want. Next thing, you need to stop reinventing the wheel every day. If you're making a decision more than once a day, put a real system in place for it. Systems for lead generation, client follow-up, marketing, money, everything. Use automation, use templates, use processes so you're not running around putting fires out all day. This is how you create consistency, free up your time, and make your business scalable without sacrificing your sanity. Finally, you need to take intentional action and hold yourself extremely accountable. That means setting real boundaries, focusing on the activities that actually move the needle, your money-making activities, and tracking your progress every single day. Surround yourself with people who will call you out and lift you up, whether it's a coach or a mastermind or a few trusted peers from your office. Consistency and accountability are what turn good intentions into real results. These are not just ideas. These are the exact steps that I used to rebuild my business and I teach others to use. It's the same framework that I use to help them go from overwhelmed to unstoppable. The fact is, if you're willing to do the work, you can absolutely make this shift too. So here's the bottom line. Despite what you might think, overwhelm is not a requirement for success in real estate. You can have a business that's profitable, fulfilling, and actually gives you time back. It starts with getting clear, building systems, and taking focused, intentional action. If you're ready to make that shift, don't forget to grab my free Burnout-Proof audit in the description. Subscribe for more real talk and strategy, and let me know in the comments what's the number one thing you're ready to let go of so you can become unstoppable. Here's to building a business and a life that you actually love, and I'll see you on the next video.